Some picks. Let's get on to the Rift.
Certainly so. CLG versus Golden Guardians, a very important game for both these sides. For CLG, they're trying to stay towards the top two of the standings here. They would tie second, I believe, with a win here. And for Golden Guardians, they're sitting in 6th, but not that securely, given that a win here would only put them back up to 500 after such a strong start to the season.
So much room in the standings still, with all the teams really closely battling it. CLG actually heading out for a level 1 on the bottom side. FBI will see them.
Flash hook, good arcane shift over the wall.
Yeah, he leveled that one up and immediately is able to get out. No summoner spell. It's kind of a risky choice, but personally in that situation, I like taking the risk of going for the dodge and just not leveling up the ability even and going for the movement up the river. But that is really risky. And he just goes for the super safe play. Level up the arcane shift, not a huge cost to that at all. And ensures that he gets out in time. Biofrost does not get the catch.
At least, though, some deep vision for CLG on the blue side of the Golden Guardians jungle. We can see, of course, that Contractz is starting on his left for now. And CLG will have most of that information as well with the vision they've put down.
I wonder if, especially after that early play, maybe Contractz on this Lee Sin heads immediately to the bottom side of the map. Because Biofrost, with an aggressive flash there, trying to make a big play for the team, is definitely going to be vulnerable on Thresh. And that's a very, very targetable area early on in the game. So we'll see if, an Ezreal Rakan lane, decent setup there. Contractz can make a route bottom. Problem would be, look at these wards that CLG were able to get in. Actually, we just had a toggle, so we can't see the wards anymore. But Wigglily's heading right up there, and Contractz just passed over the 2 wards I was talking about, leading right up to the blue buff. So Wiggily knows Contractz is in the area, and they're going for the 1v1 at the blue.
Good timing here from Contractz, just kind of waiting it out. Huhi going to roam over, FBI going to do the same. Mid laners can't look to join right now, but Contractz does want to secure this buff for himself. Might just be a smite fight for it. Who's going to claim it? Contractz does get the smite down. Bit of extra damage from Lee Sin Q helping out there.
Yeah, really good combination there. You always want to combo your second Q landing with your smite, and he's able to get it. We just saw the ward die that I was talking about, by the way. That was in Fog of War. It's right there. That CLG were able to get when they went for the invade. That set up the whole possible play, but in the end, doesn't actually get anything out of it. Contractz secures the blue, and it delays some time in Wigglily's jungle. Jarvan has to go all the way back across the map to his own territory here. So he's going to be a little bit delayed as Contractz now control over the bottom side. And we mentioned Thresh, no flash. Biofrost should be the target here. So even after the invade, Contractz keeps up his vision on the target. Biofrost also still level 1. See if huhi can actually get in there.
Yeah. I imagine Contractz is sitting in the brush right now, just holding out for a bit of Fog of War. Here he comes. On Biofrost he goes. He's going to tag him, gets the Q down. Does get hooked on the other end of it. Huhi going to give him a shield, though. Not in tower range, and Contractz going to be just fine.
All right. That is no flashes now for the CLG bottom lane. See if there's any sort of repeat pressure. But FBI and huhi in this game are being set up for success. Most definitely. They had the one super good game where huhi was on Lux. He had full kill participation for the entire game. And one of the highest damage outputs as well. However, aside from that game, there hasn't really been super standout ones for the bottom lane switch. And this may be their chance to really put their stamp on it. Contractz is still bottom.
Yeah, looking for these Krugs here. Biofrost is going to tag him, but you can see Froggen cheating down to that side of the map. So Contractz will have dominion over these Krugs, but of course Wiggily moving up to do the same. So jungler should be even as far as total camps go. You can see their CS is reflective of that, and maybe Hauntzer's the one now that has to start worrying, getting pushed in, although Contractz did go back down the bottom, but just get some poke and not much else.
And Stixxay still ahead in CS, by the way. Even with all this attention bottom and while the summoners being blown, Stixxay doing a good job still keeping focus on last hitting. Meanwhile, Golden Guardians dropping quite a few here when they go for these offensive plays. Sometimes when you're going for that gank, a couple minions are dying while you attempt to get the enemies. There they go, though.
Onto Stixxay. FBI does find the proc there on the W, but Biofrost with a pretty quick lantern to give him a shield, mitigate some of that follow-up damage.
Meanwhile, if we check in on the top side of the map, because Contractz has constantly been bottom side, that gives you free reign on the top side. Kennen, the classic counter pickup here into Aatrox, He's abusing the range discrepancy very well, pushing the Aatrox into the tower. You get your CS lead here by denying some of them to the tower, and then you can get a little bit of tower damage and whittle down on the plate as well.
Hauntzer doing what he can, gets most of those minions under the turret, but still down almost 2 waves worth of minions, sitting at an 11 difference right now. Huhi, though, continuing to try and be aggressive, but does not land the knock up there onto Biofrost. And regardless of performance, as you said, it's been fairly mixed from the GGS duo lane swap. They have always played aggressive, and this time they've brought some friends.
Yeah, they want to make those flashes worth it.
No ultis here. TP already getting used by CLG. Stixxay in trouble. Contractz getting locked up for a while, but the first blood over to Froggen. Gonna proc to Lissandra. Passive Biofrost. Gonna maybe make it see you later. Forced to flash away. But it is a trade as CLG do TP down for 1.
Woo, yeah, teleport is used, so 1 extra summoner spell. On the top side, Ruin gets Hauntzer very low as well. He's probably gonna have to use his teleport. PoE.
Looked for something, did tag Froggen with the chain, but not able to latch as Wiggily also down there to try and get a counter kill. Will force the TP back from Hauntzer here in top lane, as you mentioned. So Ruin gonna go back, spend his gold, and continue to lean on that advantage he's built.
All right, Hauntzer does hit level 6 there, so he's going to be a bit safer. Let's take another look at the dive as it starts out on the bottom side. As soon as they see them, they immediately start channeling a teleport. Biofrost lands that hook to delay the engage, and then Contractz is left under the tower. Froggen kills off Stixxay. PowerOfEvil, though, getting the counter kill there as he teleports in onto Contractz. Getting the 1-for-1.
So both mid laners pick up some extra gold there. You can see PowerOfEvil has that blasting one nice sent early. And now Froggen looks like Protobelt first here with the Hextech Revolver picked up. Not too surprising as far as early itemization goes, but kind of, I guess, the thing we might have expected where one of the lanes is being focused. This time it's bottom lane, although as I say, that Contractz, of course, is top lane, trying to help out Hauntzer as the way it builds.
Yeah, Contractz is going turbo on these ganks right now. He's still level 4, constantly looking to make offensive plays at the lanes. He is falling a bit behind in experience in CS in the jungle, and Wiggily, attention on the dragon here, will pick up a objective for himself as Contractz tries to catch back up by farming Krugs.
Yep, it's going to be Cloud Drake over to CLG. PoE even roams down with a bit of extra time and takes down the control ward there in the pixel. Froggen actually up pretty significantly in CS. I wonder if that was just due to the roam that happened, but you can see that both mid laners are starting to be a lot more proactive. It's not so much about their individual 1v1 matchup, it's about getting out of this lane and affecting one of the side lanes.
I think that's pretty good for Froggen here on the Lissandra. When he has access to the level 6, he can make a very big impact in one of these side lane plays. Plus, he has the safety if CLG decide to try and attack mid. Meanwhile, Wiggily also got off a blue buff steal here, so he's first to level 6 for the junglers. And he's going to finish up on the bottom half of the map while Contractz is looking for another gank. Froggen would like to set it up.
PoE is going to get rooted up there. There's the ulti for in. Contractz should have found the tag, and that's a kill he absolutely deserves.
If you keep looking, you'll eventually find one. The Lissandra lane is a great place to look. Meanwhile, top side.
Big chunk of damage there onto Ruin, but with Kennen ulti up, Hauntzer does not want to commit to a potential 1v1 or 1v2 if the jungle is nearby.
Woof, yeah, Ruin right into the sweet spot there of the queue. Contractz now mid. He is just chain ganking. Here we go.
Level 6 as well. Contractz going to try and set it up, but Biofrost shuts that down. Huhi dead.
Yep, he's going to be the casualty there under the tower as Wiggily was there first with the Jarvan. Sticking around, I don't know if they're going to make an offensive play here. Biofrost kind of fishing for a little bit of action, though.
Tries for something here, but not a huge cost for the Thresh, as FBI will just pick up the minions here under the turret. Has gone Sheen first here on Ezreal, so certainly wanting some more offensive power, continuing the run of aggression that this 2v2 has shown for Golden Guardian so far. But Huhi, uninformed for that little timing of aggression, does get himself punished by Biofrost.
Hauntzer on the top side. Caught right back up in CS, by the way, after all of that action. And has a nice control wood for himself to even keep himself safe from the roams. A lot of pings going down mid. It looks like they want to attack Froggen. There's no ultimate on the Lissandra. This could be a counter kill.
Froggen forced to get out of there early. Does actually short the claw and then Protobelt to get max distance. So nice one there for Froggen to escape. Does not have to use the flash.
Yeah, very good job breaking that chain there. That was what they were worried about. Doesn't have to use a summoner spell, so very good escape here for Froggen. And Mid lane has definitely been going their way. He had a really nice setup, by the way, for the gank. When PowerOfEvil walked up to the wave to try and last hit that last minion, Froggen was able to start the entire gank off with the W route. Meanwhile, might be a 3v2.
Nice intuition from Contractz, maybe still costing his life. The hook from Bio is true. And that's PowerOfEvil gonna grab the kill. Now Froggen under attack as huhi roams up to protect him.
Yep, Contract's gonna pay the price for that control ward right there. Biofrost is able to defend the vision, landing the hook onto Contractz, even as he gets hit with the Sonic Wave, securing a 100% kill there for CLG. And that one goes right back into the hands of PowerOfEvil. So the LeBlanc getting a little bit more AP boost here could be very big because that mid lane had been going all Froggen's way. Bottom lane now kind of under attack. Wigglily's doing some counter jungling.
FBI looks like he wanted to clear the wave there with the True Shot Barrage because Biofrost and Wiggily starting to pair up now and really get the round going. Success there in mid, killed Contractz. But no dive here as Golden Guardians will see the ward and be able to sweep that out for a bit of added tower dive protection.
Froggen also going to be able to get off another wave push into the tower. Mid lane already one turret plate down, but also such a big CS lead for himself. Proto Belt was completed much earlier on. We saw that in the escape from the attempted jungle gank earlier. And his ult is back and available. So I'd expect Golden Guardians to try and make a play off of Froggen's ult with this Lissandra. Lissandra with flash and ultimate available has so much capability. Let's see if Contractz joins once again. Try and take advantage of that.
Also have 6 teleports in this game, and they're all about to come back off cooldown. So certainly,
where's the party gonna be?
Exactly. Certainly, invitations have not been sent out, but party could spawn at any moment. As Riftchild being started by CLG, Wiggily should be able to pick that one up as PoE. Nice bit of poke there onto Froggen, proccing Electrocute, but mostly covering for his jungler as Wiggily does take the Herald and has 2 minutes to cash in on those plates.
All right. Contractz was just hovering mid once again, and they're going for a duo invade with Froggen on the red buff. Biofrost is going to find it out, though. He catches him.
Nice play into the hook there. Box going to go up. No, Biofrost just waiting it out. Contractz with a fancy flash over the wall. Wants to go back for the red. He's smited and is able to take it down. And then huhi with the assist on the blast gun is going to leave Froggen in a bit of a pickle. Pops his ulti, but 4 members of CLG surround him. Uninvited he was, and Froggen will fall eventually. Stixxay able to grab the last hit.
When invades go wrong, pastry time, that one was so dangerous for Golden Guardians and CLG all to sweep back out to clean their own territory here. They pick up the straggler kill on Froggen, who is trying to lend some support in the invade, and with the mid laner down, that leaves the turret wide open. Oh! That was going to be almost all of the turret. They took 2 turret plates by themselves, then Shelly finishes off 2 more, and that is a huge cash-in on that counter kill. Big punish from CLG.
Yeah, not able to get the turret itself, but so much damage done to mid. Shouldn't be too much longer to take that one down, and CLG pad that gold lead up to about 1,500 as Contractz trying to get some sort of consolation prize has landed on the Ocean Drake for now. But TP down here from Stixxay back to the bot lane. He does have Essence Rubin now completed, but I don't think the rest of CLG will be here to contest for this Drake.
This is a really good answer from the Golden Guardians. CLG need to reset after that last push on mid lane. So at least for the Golden Guardians' sake, I think Ocean Drake very powerful as far as the early answer that they can pick up here. Now they're trying to make a pass at PowerOfEvil, but LeBlanc should be safe.
Nice Mimic Chain there onto FBI, gonna dive back in with a distortion. Biofrost with a hook from nowhere as Wiggily seals the deal on that kill. CLG will get FBI and they'll take the turret as well.
And it's not done!
Solo kill time, Hauntzer lining it up, does not have the Q ready and already burnt his flash, so Ruin will live to tell the tale.
Whew, yeah, he's going to have to scuttle out of there quick.
Maybe not.
Contractz!
No, don't slow yourself down! Contractz going to force the flash over the wall. He goes. Going to miss the Q, though. Contractz going to flip over with the blast cone, but that's Ruin out of there.
Oh, Ruin is able to escape in the end. He's actually going to take a cheeky quick recall there. Contractz won't keep up the chase. And that is going to be the end to the action. But the CLG roaming death squad there, led by Biofrost. Wiggily and Biofrost working really well together so far. Biofrost found another kill towards the mid lane there when they got the pick off, and this has been the cause of CLG's pressure. Biofrost constantly finding these roams and finding the answers. PowerOfEvil kind of baiting them in here. As you see on the mini-map, all of CLG, they head up over these wards straight to the mid lane. Biofrost landing the hook there, is able to get the kill onto FBI. That finishes the objective. That opens up the map for them, taking down both mid and bottom turrets.
And while the plates may look even, it's the 2 turrets to 0 and the kills that CLG have that are really building up that gold lead. Almost 3,500 ahead as Hauntzer looks to cut that down a little.
This is the success story for Golden Guardians, his top side for Hauntzer. You know, he's not only got back in CS, but he's actually overtaken Ruin. And we saw previously him chasing him off at the tower in the 1v1. Hauntzer definitely doing well fending for himself. But Golden Guardians are going to have to bring together some sort of team play here because they have been lacking in the invades and the coordination in those skirmishes. We are looking for another play off of Froggen's ult, but they've been too spread out to actually make that coordinated play, and they never got it to happen.
Well, again, have enough CC and TPs to get something started. It's just a matter of getting there at the right time. Biofrost roaming up towards the top side, though, as CLG will swap top and look to take down that turret. Wiggily also up here. FBI roaming up. Contractz here. It's a 3v3 right now. huhi actually going to make it uneven. Maybe a big recombo incoming. Pops the quickness, goes to the backline, but Stixxay with a massive Featherstorm. Able to dodge that first little part. Now going to get the rooting onto huhi. Dances back to the team and will get out safely. It's a big party starting up on the top side as Wiggily looking to fall, but Stixxay already took down Froggen, who did ult himself but couldn't do enough. And there's a kill on the other side as well as PowerOfEvil able to find the snipe. But they're still going though. Contractz looks to dip back onto Biofrost as Hauntzer tries to find the knocker but can't quite grab it. Chain onto Contractz. We'll get another kill as CLG dance around all of Golden Guardian CC and find 3 clean kills.
Every time PowerOfEvil shows his face again, they find another kill, and he's still looking. Hauntzer's on the run, and FBI left all alone.
Yep, enough targeted damage there for PowerOfEvil to take down the Ezreal. Can't juke out of the way of those. And CLG going to get the 3rd turret to top it all off, almost 5k ahead as this game zooms to a lead.
Yep, that's going to be the last of the outer turrets for the Golden Guardians going down as CLG get 3 more kills off of the delayed play here. Ruin wraps around.
Onto Hauntzer again. Hauntzer no ulti, not going to matter even if he really had it. Ruin going to look for the solo kill and does collect it.
CLG just picking up so many of these straggler kills, Pastry Time. They are not letting the play end, and no reset for the Golden Guardians. The start for Golden Guardians looked like it was going to be good. You see that teleport on the minimap as well. That is Froggen. So that is 5 members of the Golden Guardians trying to coordinate for this play, but they mistime it. huhi goes in very early on the Rakan. They don't burst anyone down, and he sustains so much damage, he's basically out of the fight. Then Froggen goes in, offensively uses the Lissandra ult, so he has nothing left for safety to keep himself alive afterwards. And PowerOfEvil then finishes up that kill. They snipe down huhi, who stuck around with 2 low life. Biofrost barely got that play off, but is able to defend himself, and PowerOfEvil snares up Contractz for the follow-up kill here. They also got the extra flash blown, and as you know, that wasn't even the end of the story. Ruin finds the chase down kill onto Hauntzer after PowerOfEvil found the chase down kill onto FBI.
Yeah, I think almost a delayed ace there for CLG, but 10 kills to 3 and a big hunk of gold to speak for it. As Golden Guardians still trying to find a foothold here in the game. Have not taken a turret, have only got 3 kills and an Ocean to their name. There is a Drake spawning in 15 seconds, but felt like all of the places where Golden Guardians had an advantage have now been lost thanks to CLG's good offensive play.
All right, next step for them should be to secure this dragon. Mountain Drake, very easy, coming up in 3 seconds here. They have plenty of power with everyone going back to purchase off that. We even have a Medjai's upgrade for PowerOfEvil. He's got the Soul Stealer ready on LeBlanc, feeling very, very confident after those last couple of kills. So CLG are able to leave some wards through the Golden Guardians jungle, as well as take the objective for themselves without giving up any sort of territory on the map.
And we've talked so much about team play being critical here in the mid game.
Whoa!
As we speak of huhi going to dive in, Biofrost with a great box into double play. He's going to leave huhi stranded perhaps. Wiggily going to find the dunk, but I think he's left for dead. Ruin able to kill huhi as Froggen goes invulnerable into his own ulti as Ruin. Going to try and turn it back around. He finds the double, make it 3 as Lissandra falls as well. FBI sniped by PowerOfEvil at the end of it all. Hauntzer is trying to fight out of a 1v4, but his ult is down. He does get the kill, but that's an ace for CLG.
Oh, he finally finds the chase down kill there in the Dragon Pit. Stixxay not able to get out of the arena. But in the end, it is a wash here for CLG. What a scattered team fight. It is Golden Guardians who started out with both Froggen and huhi targeting Stixxay. So that was where the flash was blown. Nice little root there onto huhi, and they immediately kill huhi. Froggen then is able to play frontline here, self-ulting with the Lissandra, healing back up a little bit. He had Ignite on him, so it wasn't that much though, and Ruin's AoE absolutely destroys them. He's able to get out to safety. Then Stixxay gets out of range of Hauntzer for a second, but the rest of CLG kind of back off, and Hauntzer, still eyes on the prize, does finally take one down with them. And he's able to get that extra kill. It was kind of the hope early on for Golden Guardians was Hauntzer. I think that's still the case here, is the Aatrox, as he's been able to scrape together a couple of the kills for the squad, but this game is quickly falling out of reach for the Golden Guardians. CLG have so much extra gold that it's already forming in multiple completed items as an advantage for multiple members of CLG, and that's going to be very difficult for them to overcome. Even Hauntzer himself now under attack.
Yeah, PowerOfEvil are going to stack them dice up even further. Nice pullback on the chain. Does actually move PoE back, but Hauntzer going to have to juke. Can't juke that Q though, as PoE still chasing. Pops the world ender for a bit of extra speed out of there, but PowerOfEvil happy with that result.
Yep. LeBlanc with double buffs and a 6-kill, 18-page stacked Medjay Soul Stealer. That is going to be very dangerous. The only answer there is really going to be a Golden Guardian setup where they have Froggen point-and-click CC PowerOfEvil when he goes in for the poke. You have to use that Lissandra CC on this LeBlanc. You have to cut down on those Medjay pages by getting that single kill, or else he will continue to just attack your side lanes, leave no real safe area for Golden Guardians to push out minions.
You can see Froggen doing what he can there in the top lane. Hauntzer, though, continuing assaulted by the big LeBlanc, means that he can't really leverage his advantage either. And CLG not really slowing the game down much at all. Gonna get a ward down, zone them off, and make them walk the long way back around this tier 2 turret, while PowerOfEvil just zips between the lanes. I mean, when you have this much strength and this much mobility, and the map is this open, LeBlanc is just a terror to try and play against.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like CLG have any intention of slowing down the game, especially Ruin here. I like that he's gone for the Spellbinder rather than much more safe Zhonya's type options, which we see for Kennen. You'll flash in for your immunities for the team fights. He's looking for those big kills, the extra speed and ability power afforded by the Spellbinder makes those Kennen ultimates huge. Bio's dead though!
That's the pick. Froggen finally able to use that ulti to get a kill, but still CLG gonna go in. The charm still latches on a Wiggily, who gets kicked around by Contractz. Knock up there from huhi. Golden Guardians may have found a few picks here. Hauntzer gonna look to take down Ruin Solo as they do manage to slay Wiggily. All of a sudden it's a 3v5 as CLG misstep.
Huge misplay from CLG there. Biofrost walks in, gets annihilated immediately. Then they don't give up on the play, and it's another re-engage. Golden Guardians punish them in a big way, and they are on Baron.
Well, Ruin doesn't have ulti, and he's actually went back to base, so now it's 2v5 in the Baron pit for CLG, but it is the two big carries in Stixxay and PowerOfEvil. The chain's gonna hit onto Stixxay. That'll force the Feather Storm out. Golden Guardians taking back spikes damage in from the Baron, but they're trying to desperately make sure they get a Contractz. Able to find the smite. Froggen dips on the PoE with the root, but he goes into stasis, now forced to flash. Q's gonna miss, he'll get out, the clone comes back, and PowerOfEvil gets out, but Golden Guardians do get the Baron.
The Golden Guardians are able to make the clutch outplays here as CLG just charge headlong into them through this brush. Nobody's close to Biofrost, and Froggen doesn't hesitate. Really good decision making there. He doesn't let Biofrost throw the lantern back. They just CC Biofrost from, 100% to 10% HP. And then Wiggily follows him in after Bio's already dead, so he gets focused down. Stixxay and PowerOfEvil don't get any damage off during this time. Meanwhile, Ruin had teleported in to the mid lane there, and Hauntzer had immediately answered, so everything swinging back in their favor. Biofrost now does get a hook onto Hauntzer, but looks like it's going to be no engage, and they will just walk away with the Ocean Drake.
Golden Guardian still trying to make a few trades here. FBI about to kite himself into a Kennen, though. Getting poked down. Contractz found Ruin. They're going to kick him back, and that's a shutdown. Golden Guardians continue to find picks as Biofrost maybe too far forward again. Hauntzer finds a pullback on the chain, and he gets a kill as Froggen is TP'd in. Golden Guardians still keeping up the pace.
I mean, that is a Kennen in the brush, but we talked about it. He's Spellbinder. This is full offense Kennen. There is no Zhonya's for delay for the rest of the team. So he gets immediately taken down, and the Golden Guardians, just like that, are taking inhibitors.
Yeah, Golden Guardians have shredded that gold lead to ribbons as they'll crack through mid, take down the turret, take down the inhib as well. Death time is still short. Ruin back up in 10 seconds, so Golden Guardians will have to retreat, but already the Baron doing so much work.
Well then, that is such a big swing. I have not seen a big swing like this in that short of a time span in a long time. Here it again. This is all of Golden Guardians. It seemed like they had an idea that Ruin was there. Everybody waited, Contractz threw the ward in there. So maybe if we took a replay maybe further back, we could see how they saw him leading up to that area. But that is a case of Golden Guardians having some advanced knowledge of Ruin just being in that area and possibly being in that brush. Maybe something timed out or something that led up to it. But look at this gold lead. 7.8K at one point, back down to even.
All right, well, Baron's still ticking away for 50 seconds, so we'll see if Golden Guardians can get any more structures, but they've basically put the game back to even and could do even more damage if they can continue to find picks. Froggen again looks for PoE, who dashes out of the way with the W. Pressure still not off now for CLG as Stixxay tied up in mid lane, having to take the super minions out. I don't know if CLG can defend this tier 2. Hauntzer looking around. Ruin again, trying to find a flank.
All right, they've got one more minion wave to work with. 30 seconds of Baron. They finish up the bottom tower, and the Golden Guardians have super minions in mid as well to complement their pressure on bottom side. They can keep pushing here.
I like the control wards as well. Ruin is sitting on one of his own, but Golden Guardians trying to make sure they can spot this Kennen. I think they feel that's the only way things can really go wrong, and Hauntzer's found Ruin, but Ruin strikes first. Hauntzer taking a little too much damage. PowerOfEvil looks for the snipe, but doesn't connect the chain.
Tower almost destroyed by those baroned up Kennen minions, and FBI will finish the job here. One more.
Gets it. Contractz finds the kick on Wiggily, wants to deny the engage. Hook there from Bio. Froggen over the top. Maybe too far forward under Biofrost. He goes. Does have his ulti. Forced to go into stasis. Wiggily tries to find the Cataclysm. Goes in as Ruin. Kind of kept out of the fight, but they take down huhi. Still needs to keep the carries alive as FBI and Contractz still standing alongside Froggen. PowerOfEvil, though, could find so many picks here. Hauntzer has found the reset, but the ulti's running out.
Yeah, Golden Guardians going to disengage there. It looks like their job is done. They got mid inhibitor, bottom inhibitor turret, so that bottom inhibitor will remain exposed, and so much damage done in the aftermath of that Baron. Very successful last 10 minutes here for the Golden Guardians, completely surging back into this game. Take another look at how it all started out. As you mentioned, Ruin on the control ward on top side. Hauntzer ends up walking right into it. Ruin in that 1v1 didn't want to use everything he had. He could have popped the ultimate maybe and went for the burst down on Hauntzer. Maybe you get the stun and it sets up PowerOfEvil and they take one out of the fight. But it seems like maybe he wanted to keep the AoE for the team fight. We'll take a look at how that actually does come in, because Froggen takes the claw as Biofrost landed that hook. And this time, he's got Zhonya's as well as his ultimate to buy a lot of time. Ruin eventually does get a big AoE ultimate and is able to survive long enough to do a decent amount of damage, but him going down gives Hauntzer that reset. And Hauntzer can then play bodyguard for the rest of the Golden Guardians to get them out alive.
Well, Golden Guardians, a pretty massive Baron power play to, again, kick the game back to about even. CLG still up about 1,200 gold, but given the position they were in before, can't be too happy about this turn of events as Golden Guardians looking to keep that super minion pressure on in mid lane. Ruin is busy tackling the creeps in the bottom half of the map, because there is an exposed inhibitor there as well, and with Baron respawning probably not too much longer, and another Drake on the table in 20 seconds. Game is going to be very explosive. One fight could decide things in a pretty swift manner.
Yeah, CLG currently with control over the dragon that's about to spawn. It's just another Ocean Drake, so not huge value for them, but they would like to deny it from the Golden Guardians. Problem is, the Golden Guardians have control wards all over the Baron area, and with mid inhibitor down, that means they've got pressure with the super minions. So CLG, I don't know if they can spend any time to go pick up that dragon, because they constantly have to be worried about this Baron being forced.
Ruin did actually get a wave pushed all the way to the bottom inhibitor turret, but he's forced back because I think they know that Baron is the thing that Golden Guardians are thinking of. Yeah, Golden Guardians have started the Baron, but CLG are walking very slowly in the area. Finally now they'll use the blue trinket to get some vision. Froggen tried to find a sneaky little pickoff, but he's going to be forced away by Stixxay. They kick the jungler away. They're looking to get the Baron, but Wiggily can't take it. Contractz able to find the smite, but now the redemption down as Golden Guardians need to win the other end of the fight. A massive true shot barrage as Froggen plays frontline there, ulting himself, but the big feather storm almost takes down a few more from GGS. They'll keep chasing in though. Froggen looking for that pick, but no one down just yet. Hauntzer over the top, looks for Biofrost, doesn't get it, but FBI able to find the snipe onto Stixxay and get that kill for the side. As Hauntzer back towards the team as PowerOfEvil almost takes down the Aatrox. At FBI in there, he wants to try and get down PoE, but PoE splits into his passive. Contractz still chasing, that's the shutdown. FBI finds it, and Golden Guardians still in the lead.
Yep, they've got Baron Buster. They're going to run straight down mid lane. Double teleports will come in. Triple teleports will come in. Everybody healing at the fountain, and they're going to make this push. The last one. 35 seconds left on PowerOfEvil. 20 on Stixxay. Can they do it?
Golden Guardians effectively going all in to try and take down this Nexus. Mid inhibitor falls. Those timers still ticking down. Stixxay will be up in a few seconds, but the Nexus turrets may not survive the pressure. Froggen in, gets the ulti down. That's Ruin dead before he can use any of his cooldowns. Not that he had many left to speak of. Biofrost dead. That's a revenge from earlier as FBI racking up kills everywhere. Hauntzer procs the passive. Stixxay is dead, and the Nexus will be exposed by the Golden Guardians, who battle back to take down CLG, diving into the fountain and taking down the Nexus.
The Golden Guardians. Big punish there on some mistakes from CLG in quick succession.